Good morning. It's Wednesday morning on about 7:25 a.m. on January 10th, 2023. And my heart goes out to all of the people who have been suffering because of the storms that just seem to be going across the whole country. Although I wish we would have a little snow here. I know you guys up north have had more than your fill. And I hope that, power is restored quickly and so on. Well, no, I did not get a haircut because Mother Nature intervened yesterday and we had severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, and high wind advisories yesterday. In fact, all the schools were closed yesterday because the severe weather threat was so high. Turned out in my area to be a non-event. It rained hard for, less than half an hour, and there was some wind, but basically, thank heavens, not much happened here. So things are back to normal today, and we're expecting a sunny day. Oh, let's see. Alexa, what's the weather today? Alexa, what's the weather today?
The current weather is 39 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 39 degrees.
So, that's about par for the course for this time of year. I know probably a lot of you up north wish you would have close to 60 degrees like we're going to have here. And the people down here feel like 39 degrees is way too cold. In fact, a lot of us feel like 59 is way too cold. Well, anyway, so I guess, okay, here's the thing. I have said this before, that coffee, like the Nespresso coffees, for example, they have such character to the flavors. Or I shouldn't, should I say flavors? Because really, they don't add any additional flavors. Oh, to a few of them they do, but to most of them, the way the coffee tastes is, it grew that way, okay? In a way, it's kind of like, I guess the best thing I can think of is like apples or tomatoes. There's various varieties, and each variety has its own particular flavor. Oh my goodness. It's the same with coffee. It depends on where it's grown, what genetic variety it is, what the weather is like, what the soil is like. It makes a difference how they process it. Golly, there's so many different ways that the flavor, the taste of the coffee can be affected by all these different things. And like wines, it depends on the weather that season when it was growing. How they'll say, oh yes, Chateau blah, blah, blah from 1992 was so much better than 1988 or stuff like that. Well, it's like certain coffees, well, the flavor does change. Now, the thing about what Nespresso and other coffee companies do is they try to mix other kind of coffees in or process it in such a way that they'll have a fairly consistent kind of taste. Well, what I'm getting at is this. Lately, I've been adding a lot of syrups to my coffees, and I want to get back to what the real flavor of the sort of naked coffee is, so to speak. So I've got my favorite, Napoli. When I first tasted this, it took me back, how many years? Oh my gosh, 50 years to when I first went to Italy, spent 3 months there, It was a college art history. We did that for 3 months instead of attending classes in Florida where the college was. And that was the first time I had had espresso. The Napoli took me right back there. Oh my goodness. Now my little glass mugs, my Lungo mugs, are all sitting in the dishwasher dirty. So I've got this thing. This is about 5.4 ounces if you fill it up to the rim. Yeah, it's plastic. Well, I don't have any small glass things, so I'm going to use this. It's a food grade measuring cup thingy. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to, I wish it was glass, because glass is totally non-reactive with the stuff in the coffee. But no, oh my goodness. You know what? Okay, I'm not going to do it. I need to go ahead and get some sort of I'm low on mugs. I have so many in the dishwasher. You know what? Here, this is glass. I'll use this. Oh my goodness, this one might be about 10 ounces or something. That's okay. All righty, because it'll just be a purer flavor. All right, so espresso. So a couple of days ago, I was looking at my little bathroom rug. It's one of those memory foam kind of rugs with some velour type stuff on the top. And I thought, oh, I should probably wash this. And it's not the kind of rug that has fuzz that comes off. So I thought, I'll wash it with this load of clothes that I have. Well, I didn't realize it, but the stuff that was inside of that memory foam little rug had aged, I guess, and it had become kind of like a cross between chopped up oatmeal and little styrofoam balls, which, might not be that bad because, if you sort of snap the clothes when you take them out of the washer, a lot of stuff will fly off. Well, not enough of this stuff flew off of things like my black jeans, and, I wear a lot of dark colored shirts. Oh my goodness. And the problem was, if you touched them to pick them off, it was a little bit like cream cheese. So I ended up, if you wash any little rugs, take a look and make sure the filling in it it's not broken down, or wash separately, which I should have done to begin with. It's time for a new rug anyway, though, since that one was actually falling apart. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that before I put it in the washer. So, what was I saying? Oh, I don't even remember. Oh, well, yeah, check your rugs out before you wash them separately. Oh, yeah, so I ended up, thought this was going to be a quick wash and throw it in the dryer. I had to wash that stuff and put it in rinses. And I've got a thing about saving water, so I really didn't like doing that. But I had this whole load of clothes that was covered with basically little balls of a cream cheese-like substance. So I ended up spending the evening washing and rewashing until finally enough of it was off that I could, snap it wet, and enough of the rest of it fell off. Oh my gosh. These things happen, don't they? Okay, so. Okay, so here is my lovely espresso. Let me get a spoon here. Well, I don't need that tall of a spoon. Let me get a napkin here. All righty. So I'll just kind of give it a stir to return some of those oils from the crema into the coffee. Okay, and now I'll give it a try because I want to get back to experiencing the taste of the actual coffee without adding all kinds of stuff. Because honestly, you could have 10 different kinds of coffees, and if you add the same syrup to it, you're probably going to more taste syrup than you are the actual flavor of the coffee as it grew, and was processed and all that. Okay. It smells so good. Do you know what? This is so amazing. Tasting that again takes me back 50 years to being in Italy and having espresso. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go through all these various espressos that I have and experience the taste of them. Now, I'm going to show you something. Let me get another sip. It's so good. Okay, well, let me turn on the big light. Hang on. Okay, so turn the camera around. Now, I haven't shown you this in a while. This is the Coffee Taster's Flavor Wheel. Okay, every one of these colored sections is about a different flavors or tastes that coffee can have based on how they grew, not on anything that was added to them. Okay, now you probably couldn't read that stuff, so let me read some of it to you. Okay, well, here, you can look in my spice cabinet. All right, so for example, we've got coriander, curry, squash, mint, grapefruit, rose hips, black cherry, papaya, golden raisin, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, vanilla, nougat, honey, butter, cream, almond, pecan, cashew, maple syrup, wheat, barley, white pepper, smoky, woody. Okay, there's all different kinds of tastes that the coffee can have. Oh my goodness, my hair is a wreck. That the coffee can have. And it grew that way. It's like if you buy a Macintosh apple versus a Rome apple versus a Honeycrisp versus a Gala, a Fuji. There's all kinds of apples, and they all have different flavors. It's the same with coffee. They don't add flavors into those apples, and they don't add flavors into these different coffees. It's all based on their genetics and where they grew, how they grew, what the weather was like. If you've ever grown tomatoes, then you would also understand this. Or if you buy different kinds of tomatoes at the market, there's big boys and beefsteaks and Roma and cherry tomatoes. There's all kinds of different, cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes and little bitty ones and great big ones. And they all taste different. And it's because of their genetics, how they grew, how they were treated when they were growing. Did they have enough water? Did they have fertilizer? What kind of sun? Do they have enough sun? Stuff like that. For coffee, very often, it's did they have enough shade? So anyhow, that's got your built-in taste. And so I want to get back to appreciating the tastes that these coffees came with naturally, rather than just kind of dumbing them down with syrups and stuff like that. Oh, it's like a taste sensation. Now, no, I've never been a black coffee drinker, okay? I was kind of like, have a little coffee with my sugar gal. Of course, as I got older, I switched to artificial sweeteners. But when you add anything to your coffee, whether it's milk or cream or sweetener or syrup, it kind of knocks out some of that original coffee taste and dulls it down, or as I say, it dumbs it down. So it dumbs you down because you can no longer perceive it. So anyhow, oh, and also there's a mouth feel to all these coffees. Some of them taste kind of thinner, some thicker, some, I hate to use the word oilier because that makes it sound really not very appetizing, but it's just a different mouthfeel to the different types of coffee. And, kind of like how skim milk and whole milk or even 2% milk have different mouthfeels. Well, anyway, I'm going on so long today. It's so nice to talk with y'all. I've missed a lot of people. Anyhow, so I got these cool pants online. I've just got to show you this. Let's see, can you see that? They have just a really cool design on them. Anyhow, they were super cheap. I wouldn't get them again, not worth it. From that Temu place, Temu, however you pronounce it, which I think is a lot of Chinese stuff. People say, oh, it's like Amazon, but better prices. No, it's not like Amazon. I've gotten a few things on it that were really good buys, but most of the stuff I've gotten, wouldn't get it again. Okay, don't argue with me. If you have a different opinion, you feel strongly enough about it, you can private message me, okay? Because I don't want to have controversy on my Facebook page. Well, anyway, let me turn this big light off because I want to enjoy the natural light that's coming in as the sun is rising. Well, I'm going to go finish my espresso, which is being kept nice and warm by this thick glass, and I'm going to watch the birds. Okay, I will talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful day today.